Jacob deGrom will not start opening day, which makes people go, I better click on this. Thank you for clicking. That only means he's going to be pushed back. We talked about this. You brought it up, Jeff, a month ago, maybe more, as a possibility. It is one other way of limiting the innings that this guy will get, right, is that he'll have fewer starts if he starts, deeper in the rotation.
Sure, and doing that has allowed him to maybe take a slower pace than he normally would at spring training. He still hasn't thrown in a game yet. That's coming Friday. I watched him today throw a bullpen session. Everything was fine. He looks healthy. Again, a lot of people were watching it just to see the amazing thing that is Jacob deGrom, even if it's just throwing a side session in spring training. Um, so he's going to be fine. And you're right. This is the way, one way to slow him down. To make sure that he's able to make as many starts without putting him at risk and without using all of his bullets. Remember, this team is anticipating a postseason appearance, and if you have a short series, then Jacob deGrom is one of your starters. You got to like your chances, especially if he can pitch two times. So yeah, nothing to be alarmed about at all by him not starting on opening day. He's right on the schedule the Rangers set out for him, and this way his first start will be likely the first game of the Cincinnati series, the first road series, which is opening day, I believe, for the Reds. So maybe the weather gets a little tricky, but. Yeah, it's just one less chance for him to pitch, basically.
Yeah.
And you can still skip them. There's still a lot of ways to do this, but anything in the 20 to 25 start range will leave the Rangers just ecstatic. And they think that if they get that many starts from Jacob deGrom, they really are a favorite to win the West. If he's healthy and good for 25 starts, my gosh, we're talking about the best pitcher in the world. Talking about the best pitcher in the world who hasn't pitched in 2 years, and people still say he's the best pitcher in the world. So that tells you how good Jacob deGrom is.
Yeah.
And so it'll be uh, fun when he does pitch. You won't want to miss it. And by delaying it 5 days, it may actually extend him into October without any issues.
Well, yeah, and along those lines, Jeff, you picked a ridiculously good time to go. You're going to see deGrom's first outing. You'll see Wyatt Langford in the lineup. So you made these plans a while ago, but it works out quite well. So more with Jeff coming up. In fact, the deGrom news begs another question, which we'll ask of Jeff and discuss next. Also coming up, a preview of today's game, and some cuts have already been made. It's all next. It's the DLLS Rangers podcast.
John, I am back in Arizona, which means I can't use the Sleeper app this week.
Hate that.
Because Sleeper is not available in Arizona, but it is available in the great state of Texas. Sleeper, as you guys know, for anybody who's been watching us for a while, is getting into the daily picks business after being one of the leaders in the fantasy football industry. And if you are just joining us for the first time, if you use the code DLLS Rangers, you can get up to $100 first match on your first deposit at Sleeper. It's daily picks. It's easy to do. It's fun to do. It makes learning. You can learn about sports. You can test your sports knowledge, and you can do it for as low as $1. You have to. You're not even throwing out that much coin. It's basically, will so and so have more or less than a point total, or a rebound total, or a hits total, or a passing yardage total. It's lots of fun. I highly endorse it, and I've been doing it now since we launched. Haven't lost any money. I've made a little money. It's just added a lot of fun to the sports experience. So, DLLS Rangers, download the Sleeper app.
Yeah, it's a good call. It's a good idea. We encourage you to do that and to do it in the bright glow of your Saturday neon sign. You can get one of those made with your favorite college team, or get it made with your own personal inscription on there. These are LED neon lights, and they're fantastic. They look just like neon, which of course gives a eerie and wonderful glow to any room, especially a sports room, a man cave, anything like that, your bar area. You should have neon there. There's 50 colleges and universities that are available through Saturday Neon, or as we say, personalized items as well. Go to SaturdayNeon.com, use the code DLLS. You will get 10% off. All right, so the question that the deGrom news begs, Jeff, is pretty obvious. Who then, I think the answer is pretty obvious too, who then starts opening day?
Well, it sure heck looks like Nathan Eovaldi will.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He signed the contract to come back. He did it last year. He had a great season last year. I think that it would be a shocking turn of events. Something bad would have to happen for Nathan to not be the opening day starter. So Bruce Bochy was asked about that, and he said, "Well, we're not going to say anything until we talk to the player about it." But um, it seems pretty obvious, and if the DeGrom shoe is already dropped, then well, yeah, I think Nathan's the next logical choice. He pitched in a B game yesterday, four scoreless innings, I believe it was. He might have given up a run, whatever it was. It was very good and efficient and clean, and so yeah, so that's good. Um, if it's not him, then John Gray, who knows?
Yeah. Right.
But
Possibility.
Nathan sure seems like the guy,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
nothing has appears to have derailed him this spring. He gave up a couple runs in his first outing, a run in his second outing, but his next time out will be 5 innings, so he's progressing nicely and looking like he's on his way to kicking off this 3 year, $75 million contract extension with a heck of a year.
Yeah, and he is absolutely the classic case of a guy, Jeff, who will approach each and every spring training outing with a purpose and almost no eye to the results, right? I mean, this is a time for him to get ready. He's been at this long enough to know exactly what his body needs to do, what his arm needs to do in order to be ready to make that opening day start or any start in the first week of the season.
Yeah, and he said in the first after his first start that he's working on a little bit of a two seamer to just gives another look, and he wasn't very happy with it that day, but he's had more time to tinker with it, and these guys just still it's spring training, but they treat it like they would a normal start on a normal schedule. So he throws bullpen sessions and all that stuff, and keeps working on his task. Um, so that's good. And yeah, it's just a professional approach. He's he knows what he's doing. This is not his first rodeo. He's many rodeos into his career, and
Yeah.
I expect that he'll get to five at some point this this weekend. I believe he'll start get to six for the next start, and then he may get dialed back a couple starts, or maybe he'll go five twice and then a six. But that last spring outing will be just a little tune up to get him a touch and feel. Let's say work on a couple other little things that might be missing, and then they'll get him out of there after 3 innings, 4 innings, and get him ready for the Red Sox.